Hello everyone, it's Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a comparison between the original Mova P10 Pro on the left, my 2025 pick of the year, and the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. This just came out January 2026. Now this is home of the honest review. I did purchase both of these products with my own money. I wasn't paid for this video, and that's my promise to you. I will never do a sponsored video, and I will always purchase these products with my own money. Now, the best place to find robots that I highly recommend is my website, justadadapproved.com. If you purchase a product off of my website or in this video, I am an Amazon or Walmart affiliate. If you click on the link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I do earn a small commission from the sale. Now, in this video, it's going to be talking. I have videos showing them clean. And spoiler alert, the Gen 2 does clean better, and I'll explain why. But it's got a tall task because this was my 2025 pick of the year. This has the coveted Just a Dad Approved sticker. These are my logo stickers, which a lot of robots have that. But to get this, it has to pass my 3-month real world testing at my home. And at the end of that 3 months, if I didn't feel like I wanted to throw it out the window, it did a good job of cleaning my home, it's going to get that sticker, and I'll have a scoring system that shows that on my website. When I first get these robots, they stay at the studio where I do testing. And they have to pass this testing first, okay? Then I send them to my house. Now, for some reason, the listing for this on Amazon went away, and it's not on the Mova website. I think it just kind of got released earlier, and then they made a mistake, took it off. But I imagine this will be released in first quarter 2026, but $600. Right now, the P10 Pro is $450, so I have seen it as low as $400. Again, sign up for my email list on my website, and when this robot that I highly recommend or others that I recommend go on sale, I send an email out to let you know. So, is it worth the upgrade? The Gen 2 does have some really nice features, but they took some things away. The first thing is increased suction power, 26,000 pascals of suction compared to 13. I do think the P10 Pro Gen 2 does a better job of vacuuming up crumbs and stuff. But they both struggle with hair on carpet. They're not designed for that with the brush roller that they have installed. So while in my testing, it picked up a lot more crumbs and everything, they both struggle with hair. Now that's where you're gonna have to get the tri-cut brush. Thankfully, they both accept the tri-cut brush. And I just did a video, I took this apart. I took a generic one apart, compared it, and you can find this on my website, justadadapproved.com, under upgrades. The number one upgrade for the Mova P10 Pro is the tri-cut brush, which I have installed. It comes with this brush roller, which they didn't upgrade that for the Gen 2. I wish they would have. This is just the old cheapie. They should have put this in there. So this brush roller, while it does okay vacuuming, it's terrible with long hair. But the tri-cut brush, I've done extensive testing on the P10 Pro, and it does a really good job with long hair. It does help, the way it's designed, it does help vacuum hairs off the ground too. So now the second major difference is they both have spinning mop pads, and they both can move one up against the wall. That works great. And they both have an internal water tank. They spray water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet. Now, I can't verify the P10 Pro, how hard it pushes down the mop pads. There's a motor in there that pushes these when they're mopping. The P10 Pro is advertising that this has some kind of technology that gives you 12 newtons of downward pressure. And I didn't think I was going to see it, but in my testing, I did see that cleaned better. And the way I saw that, I didn't really have any scientific method, but I tested the Gen 2 with this downward pressure. And the same day, with the same type of muddy paw prints, I tested the L40 Gen 2, and it didn't clean as well. And I don't think it has the downward pressure. So they're talking about they can push the mop pads down to help clean your floors better. And I did see that this did a really good job. You can check out my mopping video on the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2. It really did a good job. Now, they really redesigned the base station, how the mop pads are cleaned. This is kind of older technology. I mean, it does okay, but you're going to be cleaning this, and it's, the wipers have the potential to, to wear out. This can be a little noisy, but this is something new that I've not seen. It reminds me of like the Mova V50 but they can heat the water up to 212 degrees. These are heating pads. The water shoots out kind of at an angle. It's heated by this pad as it's being spun, and then it gets sucked up into the dirty water tank. You got to do a little filter. So you do have to do the maintenance down here. There's no tray to pull out. Even though this pulls out, you still have to do the maintenance down there. This one uses hot water, not as hot as this. I think that works very well. Now they removed something. They removed the dirt detection sensor. The original P10 Pro has a dirt detection sensor. The Gen 2 does not. Now, when that base station cleans these mop pads, the water gets sucked up into the dirty water tank. It's going to pass through a dirt detection sensor. If that water is dirtier than normal, the base station tells the robot, go back and remop wherever you just came from. That's called a remopping event that works very well. Or maybe it's called the second cleaning. But this, they took that out. To me, I wish they'd have left it. I love, love, love that feature. It's just an automatic feature that helps clean our house without us thinking about it. Now, maybe their thinking is this cleans better and we're not going to need it, but I love that feature and I wish they'd have kept it. Drying time. The Gen 2 says it can dry the mop pads in 1 hour. Now, I've tested it. They do get drier quicker. I haven't done any timing on it yet. I did notice the P10 Pro does take every bit of 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours to dry the mop pads. The Gen 2 is not any noisier as far as increased. Because it has a quicker drying time, it's not noisier, so that's good. I don't really see too much. Same drive wheels. The wheels, this one's kind of, it's got rubber. This one's rubber, same carpet sensor. This is fixed. This is a little different. It can move it out to the corner and it does a good job, but these don't retract. These, it can retract them when it's in a mopping only event. So that's just a little different. Yeah, this one's going to my house. It's going to undergo the 3-month testing before it gets the sticker. It's been performing very well in my testing. I did have one little feature where this side brush was extended while it was vacuuming carpet and this wasn't moving. So I got to keep my eye on that. See if that ends up being a problem. Again, I have lots of videos on the P10 Pro if you want to see how it cleans and everything. I have 3 videos that just released on this. Clean the carpet, how to set it up, and a mopping test. And then they just released the Dreamy Gen 2. And spoiler alert, the Mova P10 Pro Gen 2 is better. They've left a lot of stuff out of that, but that's a pretty cool video. It has lots of features. So again, my website's just going to be the best place. That's my videos are going to back up the website. So the website's going to be your go-to place. When a product shows up on my website and it has Just a Dad approved on it, it's going to have, my promise is to you, it's going to have a setup video. You're going to see how to set it up, the unboxing. You can see an actual review of it cleaning up a mess. You'll see a video of it being compared to its next closest competitor. Then you'll also see the 3-month real world test and how to clean it. So if a robot is something that I approve, I want to be your go-to place, not only for future robots, but to maintain that robot. So on my website, there'll be maintenance and find your robot. And in there, I'll have a link to the YouTube video. But if you just need to buy the dust bags or the brush roller or something, mop pads, I do test some. There are some good generics out there. That tri-cut brush for $22 was an amazing deal. So just to flat out say generics are no good is not true. I test a lot of generics. I want to save money. Some of the manufacturer stuff is kind of expensive. So whenever we can save money, I want to save money, and that my website's the best place to find those products. So again, justadadapproved.com. Sign up for my email list. I send out little tips and tricks. I'm not going to flood you with a bunch of emails, just kind of some important information, but mainly sales. These sales happen at just the most random times. And again, this new scoring system I'm coming up with is mainly just like 5 tests. And the first one is going to be, did I feel like throwing it out the window? That I don't know how else to say that. Once they become a hassle, I don't care how good it cleans. If it's got such a hassle with it that I don't want to use it, then I'm not going to use it. So we just don't have enough time to be messing around with things that don't work. My job is to get you the best robot at the best price. I don't want you wasting your money on bad robots. So if you found this movie or this These are becoming movies sometimes. If you found this video helpful and you're curious about the future, I also have a podcast on robot vacuum cleaners. Check out my podcast where I just kind of talk about the latest and greatest news on them. But again, I do appreciate everybody's support. The best way to help support me is using my website. Those are affiliate links. And I do purchase these products with my own money, but I couldn't do it without using the money I received from affiliate links. It is very helpful. But here's the story with affiliate links. If I recommend a product to you and you go purchase it, say off Amazon, I don't get that commission for 60 days. So if I recommend a robot, it's hassle factor and you're gonna send it back. I don't get that commission. So it does me no good to recommend products that you could possibly send back. So, and that's the number one rule I tell people. And I'm gonna come up with a video that's the number one thing you should do with a robot vacuum cleaner is the day you get it, unbox it, start using it, just use the heck out of it. That way, if it fails, if you don't like it, if it's not cleaning your house, send it back. Once we get past that Amazon 30-day window, when it just becomes super hard to send these things back. The manufacturers don't like taking them back after the return window. So again, that's my number one advice. If you don't like it, if it's not doing what I said it's gonna do, send it back. So again, I do appreciate everybody. JustADadApproved.com. If you found this video entertaining and helpful, hit the like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.